So whether you're a music producer or an editor or even a content creator, a lot of people out there are trying to look for decent microphones, and let's go over the details of this microphone, what it has in it, what it does, and exactly why you should potentially buy this and add this to your setup when it comes to making videos. So the first thing about the RØDE NT1, and just, you know, this is going to be kind of a talking head video, it's going to be me talking to you. You can see the microphone here. I'll bring it up a little bit. This is the RØDE NT1. It's a really good microphone. It's really good audio quality. You don't have to have it close to your face. You don't have to have it too close to your mouth. You can have it distance away. There's a gold dot on the front of it, and as long as that gold dot is facing to wherever you're speaking, then it will pick up your audio better. Obviously, it has a pop filter that comes with it, and it also has obviously the mount, the shock mount. And to give you a little bit of an idea of what that's like, I'm going to just very lightly now just tap on that's the boom arm. I was tapping on that. Whatever you hear is what I don't know, I can't hear it. It reduces noises generally. Obviously, you're not going to be tapping your microphone like that. That'd be a weird thing to do, to be having a conversation, that would be really weird. You can get the boom arm for it, or you can get your own one, but the boom arm works really well. The shock mount's really well made, and there's a few little features in this. So this is like a very wide diaphragm microphone. It's a condenser microphone, so you can speak to it from a distance. You can speak at the front of the microphone, not the top. But if you do want a top when it comes to computer components and peripherals, and you live in the UK, check out AEM Labs Marketplace, where you can get hold of anything you need for a PC, both brand new and second hand. And if you're not looking to buy stuff, get on there and sell your old stuff that you don't need. AEM Labs Marketplace. Build the future, sell the past. If you don't know microphones, then you won't know that essentially you've got a standard dynamic microphone where you talk to in the top of the microphone, like a karaoke microphone or a singing one. Then you've got a condenser one, which generally you speak to at the front angle of it, and some of them do have different patterns you can have, like that allow you to have people on both sides of it, or the sides, or you know, different angles. This one generally is more towards a front facing microphone. It sounds really good, the audio sounds really good, and it does have a lot of settings in the microphone itself. Now, when you think of a microphone like this, you might think, oh, you know, plug it into a computer, and then you've got to then set up all the settings or do like some sort of post editing. This actually has a lot of it hardware based in the microphone. So when you get the software, which you have Rode Connect or you have Rode Central, you have the ability to change the actual hardware inside and change the settings in that hardware, which will then just basically set it so that you don't have to worry about edits or anything like that. That means that the audio that you're hearing, there is very minimal editing that I've done on this in order to give you this kind of sound. And what I'll do right now is I will play you the sound of my audio now. So this part now is me speaking without any kind of post editing done at all on my voice. And this is the way the microphone sounds now. And when I put the post editing back on, you can hear there's a little bit of a difference. And that's essentially what's happening, is everything, all of my settings, all of the compression, all of the other kind of bass settings and things are all set in the microphone itself. So you don't have to add too much in post. You get the sound, you don't have to keep tweaking and changing things. It will record the same every single time. There are a lot of other things in this microphone that you probably really like if you're really into audio stuff when it comes to the different settings. But generally speaking, I think the best part that speaks for itself is the sound of my voice as you're hearing me. This is me. I do have a kind of bassy voice, not overly bassy, not really deep, but I do have some bass in my voice, and I do speak with inflection quite often because YouTube, and that's what you got to try to do. But it does manage the highs and lows very well, and there's not really a lot that I've had to do when it comes to limiting the actual audio, and it does have a limiter built into it, so you can kind of set that to where you want to and then not really worry or think about it. So whether you've got a bassy voice or you've got a really pitchy voice, you don't have to worry too much. There's also some other things in the microphone, the floating point thing and everything. Generally speaking, it means that any recordings you do with the microphone, even if you blow it out by being way too loud or moving too close to it, all of a sudden you've got much more chances of being able to recover that and not have just ruined audio. And that's what the floating point thing does. It's really good if you're recording like this and you make a mistake, or you go too loud, or you get a bit too excited, or you move too close to the microphone. You don't ruin all of your audio because of that one thing. And you know, with some microphones, if you make a loud noise at the start of it, it kind of dulls the rest of the audio after that, because it's going from that one part. Unlike the audio that it's recording for the waveform, it'll register really high, then it kind of dulls itself down after that. This microphone doesn't do that. It maintains the same audio no matter what you do. You can go loud, you can go quiet, and it just maintains it. It does need a little bit of audio boosting in the app, otherwise it's really quiet. And even when I use things like DaVinci Resolve, the audio, the waveform is very tiny, and it does come across like it's very, very quiet, but it's actually recording way louder than it seems. You can then boost that afterwards, but the benefit to a decent microphone like this is that when you do boost that audio and you increase the gain of it afterwards, you won't get overblown, staticky kind of rubbish sound. It keeps it nice and clear as you increase gain. So it does work really well. So obviously this is the microphone here, really close to me. I will show you the microphone if I move it back here at a bit more of a distance away from me. This is about like, what, 2 feet away, and then obviously very close to the mouth. If you are more of a radio style or just doing voiceovers, this could be the best way that you can do it, because it picks up your bass on your voice way easier, and it does generally stop plosives. Like if I say pirate, plosives are pretty well handled with this microphone, so it's not too bad. I'll talk into the back side of the microphone so you can hear the audio like this. This is the side of the microphone, and generally speaking, the recommended distance from your mouth is about 6 to 8 inches, though in certain situations you don't need to worry about that too much because of the way the microphone's built. Large wide diaphragm, it can pick up quite a lot of audio from a lot of places. I do have a PC next to me, which if I were to move this microphone over here, there are like 5 fans running in that PC. So what you heard then would have been any fan noise. And if you didn't hear any fan noise, that shows you how the microphone is, how much it's going to pick up background noise. And the only thing I can do now is show you some little other things to give you an idea of how the microphone drowns out sound from behind it. So I'm going to click my mouse. I have a Razer Basilisk mouse, so if you know what that mouse is like when it comes to clickiness, this is me clicking the mouse on the actual, well, this is me clicking the mouse. But I'm going to type on a keyboard. This is not a mechanical keyboard, but I'll type normally like I normally would. So you can hear the sound of what a keyboard would sound like that's not mechanical. Obviously, if you do have a mechanical keyboard, it's going to be a little bit more clickier than that. But this gives you an idea of what kind of sound it does pick up as a microphone. And I personally think this is the best purchase I've made in my time doing YouTube, or just generally my time doing any kind of video stuff. Also, what I can do actually is I'm going to chuck in a little bit of audio right now. What I used to sound like when I had a HyperX quadcast microphone. It's going to be a clip from one of my old videos. You will start off the game by having to buy the barley from the merchant, but later on you have the ability to grow this yourself. And then compare that to the way my voice sounds now. And that'll give you an idea of what kind of differences there are between the two. So if you want really good, nice sounding audio, this is the microphone for you. I think this is a really good microphone. It's really, really well made. RØDE, obviously everyone knows who they are when it comes to microphones. So this is the RØDE NT1 5th generation microphone, and this is the way it sounds. So if this is something you like the sound of and you would like to get this kind of microphone, then give it a go. It's definitely worth it. I think it's a good microphone, but you make your own mind up. But maybe microphones are not the only thing you want to know about. Maybe you want to know about headphones. I do have a set of Beyerdynamics 990 Pros, and I have done a review of that up over here. So check that one out if you want to check out a video about some decent headphones. Other than that, thank you for watching my video. I've been Lycan from Green Lycan Reviews. Keep your mind clear and game beyond the hype.